students, here we are having the next topic, that is chemical effect of electric current. So as the name suggests, this is the main heading of this chapter, and you know that how chemically with the help of electricity we are going to see the changes of the reactions. So let us see that what chemical changes are there. So chemical changes occurring in the conduction liquids when electric current is passed through, when it is called the chemical effect of electric current. You know, that is very easy. While we are charging, while we are making the electrolytic cell, so we know that electrons are going to depart from one electrode and entering into the another electrode. So that whole process not going to be continue all the time. Somehow this is going to reduce its energy in the form of heat, or if we have connected it with something like bulb, so light energy, and the solution is going to decrease after a time. So that is actually showing that the solution is going to get helped. So that solution is going to get used up by this circuit, and that circuit is again and again using it. That is why that liquid is going to reduce. So that is known as electrolyte, and while using that, so we can say this is the chemical change. And even not like this only, we are having a lot amount of changes that we are going to see. So what are these? Some chemical effects can be like the bubbles of the gases that could be made on the form of electrodes. Like here in the diagram, as you can see, there are carbon rods that are electrodes. So while splitting, if we have just take a brine solution, you know what is brine solution? So brine solution is nothing but a mixture of water with salt. When water and salt get mixed, that makes a brine solution, and when we going to take it as an electrolyte, so that is going to break this water part into H plus and OH minus ions. So you know that H plus is a positive ion and OH is a negative ion. So this will going to attract towards their opposite electrodes. And collectively when H plus and H plus together add together, and that is making the H2 gas, and similarly OH is not going to combine in the form directly. It is certainly going to attract with this H plus ion, but somehow if that happens, like the oxygen again going to deplete itself, like H plus or O agar alag alag ho jate hain, then oxygen gas is also available to us in this process when a large amount of electricity is going to apply. So here what we will see? We will see that at one rod, because of the opposite electrodes or the opposite ion that is present there, this is going to collect at one part like negative, because it was positive, so ye negative ki taraf attract hoga, and it was earlier negative, so ye positive ki taraf attract hoga. So at the one and node we are going to get oxygen gas, and at the cathode we are going to get hydrogen gas. So students, as you can see these gases, how we are going to observe? So we are going to observe them in the form of bubbles. You know that gas is lighter, so it wants to move out of the liquid. Because it is lighter, it will get immersed out. And now this is the proof that yes, because of the conduction of electricity through this liquid, we are having the bubbles, that is showing that some chemical process is going on. Now let us see the another one, deposits of metal on the electrode. Yes, if we want to make plating of one of particular type of metal to the another metal, then we can use this method. As you know that here this, let's suppose we are having two electrodes, and one is at the copper rod that is put on the anode. You know that copper is a metal and it is having this ion, that is Cu plus 2. That is the positive ion. Now positivity will get attract towards the negative one, and if it is impure, let's suppose we have taken the copper ore from the ground, and that is not basically totally made up of copper. Now we want the only copper part get out through it. So what we will do, we just put this copper, impure copper, at the positive electrode and put it into copper solution. Now this copper solution would also help us. Make sure, students, that whenever you want to make the thing get plated to the particular metal, you just have to take the solution of that particular metal only. Like if you want to make the plating of iron, then iron sulfate would have to take. If you want to take the plating of you can take nickel. So nickel compound should be taken here. Copper sulfate. Likewise. Okay, so here we need to make the plating of the copper and need to store it at one side. So you know this is positive, so it will get connect and get submitted all of its copper ions towards the negative terminal. That is why we will get all the pure form of copper at this plate, that is the cathode. So now here we can see this process while connecting it to the battery. So this is again the proof that yes, here also chemical changes are occurred, that is making sure that chemical reaction is going on here. Now let us see the third, that is change of color solution. So this example, you can also make this thing happen at your home only. Here also we are having what? We are having two iron nails and we have just inserted it into the potato. So that thing again making the spot there around the anode. That is why, because the chemical reaction is going on here, that makes the thing happen and turning the color of the potato change. So color going to change only and only when there is a chemical reaction. And so we can say that here also we are having the connectivity and circuit is complete. That is why electricity is going on. So these are the examples and we are very much capable to understand now that yes, electricity could make a chemical changes.